Right, guys, this is another thing about manipulation, because I want people who's watching me to understand the person who's manipulating me, their behavior is not matching what they're writing in emails. So like in the emails, like it's completely false. And I really, when you listen to somebody and they're crying and they're telling you how someone's behaved towards them, and then you get an email the next day that is completely like backing up all of the mistakes that they made the previous day, it's disgusting. And you can I just tell you, like, the 3 things you don't manipulate in life? If you manipulate these 3 groups, it can be very, very hard for them in life or to pass over. It's hard. You don't manipulate animals. They don't speak. You don't manipulate them. You treat them good. You don't manipulate old people. They have been here way longer than you and they know way much more than you. You don't manipulate children, because children are taking in everything, feelings and thoughts and confidence. So when you manipulate a child, this is making a child feel less than. And we are trying to make children feel more than. We're trying to give children their power, and then we're trying to show them self-respect and self-confidence and reliability in their a little bit teenage years. And then when they're getting in their 20s, then that's when you have to stand back kind of and watch and just observe and see if you have to jump in when you need to jump in. But some mistakes will have to be made. But you don't fuck around with like these 3 categories, like children, old people and animals, because it's like manipulating someone and making them cry and then trying to cover up your act as an adult. That's really disgusting. I hate manipulation like that from an adult. It's so weak. And that you think that you're not going to get caught out for how you're behaving, and then how you're trying to cover it up through words on written emails, which is an email is actually something, a document, you have to take it kind of seriously. But you see, with manipulated people, they will back up everything by paper, because they think that they are more clever than the most clever system in the world. And the system in the world, and that's why you are like judged, okay? Because you can use manipulation and you can use truths, but the truth is going to be seen, okay? But from a child, you see, I was manipulated. And then as I was growing up into my 20s, I was further manipulated. And then when I got to my 30s, it was like screaming, like, get away from me, everyone. Because I had to build back my power. And the only way I could get my power was like screaming it out, telling everyone, leave me alone. Such an aggressive way. It's not good to manipulate people from young ages, because when they're older, they explode. And when they're older, they get arrested when they explode. So we don't do that and take people's power away from them. You keep your hands to your own fucking property. Okay, there's nothing to hide. And by taking this, you're going to expose yourself. Remember what I said, there's a finger pointing at someone, and be careful who you point that finger at. Because if that person doesn't lie, doesn't steal, and doesn't cheat, those 3 fingers are pointing back at you. And it's not going to be good with the truth when it's pointing back at you. Because you're fucking around with someone who doesn't lie, doesn't steal, and doesn't cheat. Be careful who you're pointing those fingers at, and be careful who you're trying to manipulate, right? Because this is wrong, what you're doing, and you are the only person that keeps triggering it off. Stop and go away. When someone says they don't want you in their life, when someone blocks your number, you are triggering something in them that makes them angry, aggressive, sad, frustrated, lost, rejected, lonely. One of these bad feelings when someone blocks you. So take the block as you've done something, and take the block as go away. You wouldn't be blocked if that person wanted to talk to you. You wouldn't be blocked if your behavior was kind. When you bring back childhood traumas and bad things to people, you can't go back in their life after. You can't say to someone, oh, I'm triggering you, I'm hurting you, I'm bringing back bad things, I'm trying to help you. This is all to help you. No, when you try to hurt someone on purpose and that person can see clearly what you have done, disappear out of their life and take being blocked as a nice way of, if you weren't blocked, that person might tell you some truths that would stick in your bones for the rest of your life. So being blocked is a blessing, because that person could hurt you with their truths, and they're choosing to just block you because you're so irrelevant. Why would someone want to help you with the truth?